Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Tenshin Nasukawa scores an impressive third round knockout over the decent Jonathan Rodriguez. Now, Rodriguez came in with 17 wins with 7 KOs, 2 defeats and 1 draw. He'd lost his last fight, a 7-round retirement against Antonio Vargas. But prior to that, he'd fought Khalid Yafai, former champ, super flyweight champ, and he knocked him out in a round. And that kind of got him some status, if you will, got him the bigger fights. But he wasn't at the races against Nasukawa at all. Nasukawa, I mean, this was only his 4th fight, his 2nd KO, no draws, no defeats. He's 25. He's a big star in Japan because he had I think it was a kickboxing career, 44 wins, no defeats supposedly. Don't ask me to verify that because I know virtually nothing about kickboxing, MMA and all that stuff. But the guy can box, he can fight. He can fight, which is essentially what he did. I mean, he's a southpaw, very, very confident. Clearly, he's done combat sports before. I mean, I know this was his, well, obviously he has, but I know this was only his fourth boxing fight, or 4th boxing match. But Christina Poncha, who was commentating, made a good point. She said that Nasukawa, his footwork is very good for a guy who comes from a kickboxing or MMA background, because normally that's the problem with these guys who convert over to orthodox boxing. They just don't quite have the foundation, but Nasukawa does, and he's able to generate some serious power, which unfortunately Rodriguez couldn't take. I mean, Rodriguez is a game guy. He's the same age, 25 years old. I think he's originally from Puerto Rico, but he lives in America. And, he's got some ambition, and he came to fight. He's essentially a counter-puncher, I suppose you'd call Rodriguez. Well, having said that, Nasukawa, I would say, he likes to counter-punch because a lot of the work that he did in this fight, although he was front-footed, he was trying to draw the lead out of the orthodox Rodriguez and in counter with the backhand, the southpaw backhand, which is the left hand, and he had great success. And also his variety of punch was very, very good because Rodriguez came out and they had a little bit of a reconnaissance stint, looking at each other, trying to get the distance, trying to get the timing, as most fights sort of in the opening round are like that. But then Nasukawa started to thread the backhand through. He was very successfully blinding, very fast hands, this kid. Blinding Rodriguez with the jab, the southpaw jab, and then bang, pinging the backhand over the top. It was paying dividends quite early in the fight, which was very good for him. Rodriguez in the first round weren't a great deal in it. I thought, I don't know who won that really, probably the Japanese. But in the second round, towards the end of the round, right, I mean, there's about 20 seconds left. Nasukawa hit Rodriguez with the backhand, and Rodriguez staggered back. I mean, how he stayed on his feet, I don't know, because he was leaning in and it caught him on the side of the jaw there, pushed him back. He was buzzed, no question about it. He fell back into the ropes, tried to shell up, bang, bang, bang from Nasukawa. The referee didn't stop it, but had it been earlier in the round, he might well have stopped it because the clapper went for the final 10 seconds, and the ref let Rodriguez get out of the round. Well, Rodriguez in the second round, I don't think he'd fully recovered because he was still a bit buzzed, but he tried his best. He absolutely tried his best, but it weren't enough because Nasukawa always looked ominous throughout the whole round, like he was Rodriguez was trying to fight back, but you could tell Nasukawa, he wasn't under any kind of pressure. And towards the end of, I think it was the second minute, maybe a minute and a half in, again, blinded with the jab, ping the backhand, the left hand over the top. That really shook Rodriguez. He's flailed backwards. Then I think there was a body punch, a left hook to the body from Nasukawa, an uppercut, and then he threaded another left hand right through the guard, and that sort of dumped Rodriguez by the ropes in a heap. and the fight was stopped. Yeah, I mean, that's all she wrote, really. It was Nasukawa. Great performance by Nasukawa. Only 4 pro fights. Looks like he's been boxing. That's boxing, not fighting, for years. And at only 25, I suppose if you do convert to conventional boxing at a relatively young age, it's much easier than if you leave it till say your late 20s. But this kid's 25. He's good. He's a lot of fun to watch. A lot of fun. Bit of a showman. Got the old blonde hair on top and the dark at the sides and all that jazz. Yeah, and big star in Japan, so he's going to make some money. He really is. He did look a lot bigger than Jonathan Rodriguez, I have to say. I saw him at the weigh-in, and Rodriguez looked at least one weight division smaller. But this was, I think, supposedly at bantamweight, and I would say Rodriguez is definitely no bigger than he could probably make flyweight. Well, I don't know, maybe not. But he didn't look as big as Nasukawa. Nasukawa was probably going to be up at super bantam before long. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the fight. If you saw it, it was over in Japan, top ranked card. And the promoter, I think the promoter was Taking Promotions. They're normally the ones who do most of the big Japanese cards, but of course Top Rank have a deal with them. It was shown on Sky, so it's good. It's a good way to start a Saturday morning to watch these fights. Very good fight. It was on the undercard of Junko Nakatani and Vincent Astrolabio, so that's still to come. I'll do a review of that, so look out for that. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you've got any comments, please leave them below. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing, and that like button. Hit the like button as well if you don't mind, because it's free. Thank you very much. Catch you later. Bye for now.